Okay, so let me start the recording. Okay, so let's do some announcements real quick, and then we have lots of exciting information to jump into. First of all, we just talked about the new products. They are available to order yesterday. If you did PCP, Preferred Customer Program, or if you were a star last quarter, you could order the new products. Yay! Who is excited about the new lip stains? They are going to be a huge game changer. I hope that you're excited about it and getting out there and telling everyone. I'm wearing the Flora one. Flora, yeah. Some Flora, some, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's wearing the magenta. And Courtney, I need to get the coral back from you. I know. It's hard. Anyway, the coral's really pretty. Like Laura wore it at our Red Jacket meeting. It's really pretty. It's not as scary as you think. So, don't be scared. If Laura wore it, then yeah, you know. She wore it, yeah. So all of the products are available to order on the 15th, so Friday, but are available on the 15th, but then those of you that did all the other things can order early. Okay? Any questions about that? Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Don't use lip liner.
Oh. Use lip primer or lip liner.
Thank you. Put something on top of it after it settles in.
Yeah, we gloss on top.
But they said don't use a primer.
Yeah.
You want dry lips.
Dry lips.
Oh, so
because it's water-based, so it's gonna feel good, not like that other brand that
Yeah.
like
That
to
other brand.
lick the lips all the time. So I just want to tell everybody because I don't think everybody knows.
Thank
And
you,
you don't want to
Stacey.
put it on lip balm. Like
Yeah, not lip balm.
Yeah, it's just literally dry.
Don't have anything on your lips. Dry lips, no lip primer, no lip liner.
Correct.
Thank you, Stacey. Okay, yes. All right, what else is going on? The cruise! Oh my gosh, the cruise! Oh yeah, we are trying to sheet up. If you have 600 or more in since January 1st, raise your hand. Woo! You've got that piece under wraps. If you have one new team member since January 1st, raise your hand. Okay, so you've got that piece of the cruise under wraps. Anyone have a new red jacket on their team yet? Who's going to have a new red jacket on their team? Yes. So anybody can earn the cruise, even if you're brand spanking new. The qualifications are from January to June. 6 qualified team members between January and June. 3,600 wholesale between January and June. That's your personal orders, and 3 new red jackets on your team. So any of you could earn a cruise, and it's an all expense paid cruise to the Bahamas. So pretty awesome.
For you and someone else.
Yes, for you and someone else. So yes. The other thing that is a huge deal right now is career conference. I feel like a broken record about career conference, but how many people are registered for career conference? All right. So we only have like a very small percentage in the room registered for career conference. Okay, so that means I have to keep talking about it until everybody is registered. So if you've already heard me talk about it, then you're gonna hear again. I love career conference. It's my favorite event of the entire year. Those of you that are brand new, listen up. You can come too. I went 4 days in. Only 4 days. I hadn't even got my starter kit yet. Do you think you're overwhelmed by the box? Imagine going to this conference and you're like, I don't even know what cleanser is, and these ladies are like talking about all this big foreign language. But it is a conference that happens once a year. It's all the local area. So Denver, or Colorado, Wyoming, Texas. People come from North and South Dakota. I mean, it's huge. There's a couple thousand people. Super inspiring. You'll hear from the top people in the region. So it's Friday night. It's March 22nd and 23rd. It's Friday night, so from 7 to 10. So those of you that work, you can come after work. And then it's Saturday from like 9 to 4. And Pam is hooking us up with a hotel. Y'all know we've heard that hotel. Should have you make that announcement maybe in a minute? Okay. Or maybe not. Or should we do it later? Should we avoid that? We'll have Pam share in a second. But basically, it's an awesome conference that you can only sign up for in February. It is $95. It's for the whole weekend, but on your next order after career conference, you get $80 retail off, which is $15 for like a life-changing career conference. Like women come home from this conference and they'll like earn their cars like that. Like I was incredibly painfully shy. Nobody believes me now, but the courage I got from that conference, and just how inspired I was from that conference, it motivated me to come home and talk to people. When I probably would have never talked to people if it weren't for that conference, because I saw the bigger picture. I saw what was possible. I saw the difference that it made in other people's lives. And it made me more courageous than fearful when I came back into my circumstances. And so anyways, I would highly, highly recommend going. Our goal is to have 40 people go as an area. Just sign up. We'll figure out all the details. March 1st, we'll figure out hotel and carpooling and all of that, but you have to sign up in February.
Plus, we take our team area photo if you want to be in it.
On our Facebook page, yes. It's a great point as well. It's from 7 to 10 on Friday night. However, if you're a Red Jacket or more, and that's you, and you'll be in DIQ by then. So obviously, duh. You have a meeting from 3:30 to 5 on Friday. So you're going to want to plan, if you're a Red Jacket or director, they have Red Jacket meetings and director meetings from 3:30 to 5 on Friday, but that conference actually starts at 7. So it's from 7 to 10 on Friday. And then, so everyone's going to be in the Red Jacket. You come early and have special training. Yeah, it's going to be great. Pam? Why are you laughing? Pam doesn't want to make this announcement. That's why. I can make it for them, for you, but no, you can rock it. You got this.
They'll learn that you go to the gun range. So
I know. That they're going to be happy with you. That is true.
So the embassy sold my queen.
Oh, I know.
So we only have we have one king bed. You can sleep 2 people there, and they also have a pull-out bed from the sofa. So pull-out bed. So I decided to go ahead and keep those, plus the 2 queen sets that are at Magnolia. So you have your choice. If you have to have 2 queens, you can sleep there.
Can't do that.
The cost, and they don't have breakfast there at Magnolia, and it's at least 3 blocks away from the career conference, from the Denver
Conference.
Convention.
But it'll be cheaper. You'll just have to bring your breakfast.
So you just have to bring your breakfast. They actually charge $20 per person over 2. You understand? So the price is $149. So if you have 4 people staying there, how much is that gonna be? $189.
Silence.
You sound very chaotic.
I know.
It was too slow.
I know. We're all in
And
shock.
then over at the embassy, they charge $15 per person. I mean, yeah, after 2, but it's still $189, and you get breakfast, and it's across the street.
Right. And I stayed there last year.
And you'll split it 2 ways, though, so it'll be more expensive.
But
right?
you have to
So
pay
if
for
you just
parking
do
too.
2 people, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive. If you do 4,
And they have free happy hours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
we're
yeah.
in. And so if you stay at the embassy, it'll be, and you want to go 4 people, you guys get to decide who sleeps on the king and who sleeps on the
Yeah.
pull-out. That's up to
don't
you.
put that on us.
Nope, that's not our job. Or some people just want to do 2, so it'll be more expensive, but they'd rather have, a good
Just 2
night.
people. It's up to you guys.
You
Y'all
guys need to choose.
just let me know. However, they actually have something new in the hotel business where they will set you up a web page with a link.
Oh.
So I block the room, and then you call and you say, okay, I want this room and I want 2 people in there with me.
Oh, wow.
And so you just call, you give them your credit card or your debit card, and they won't charge anything until you actually check out. So if you decide I want to pay with cash, you can just bring your cash and you can pay at checkout.
And they can split it for how much.
And they usually split it up first. They will split it up.
How much is parking at the embassy?
Okay, so parking at the embassy is valet only. It's $47
For the weekend or for the day?
for the day, overnight,
Oh, okay.
and then it's $38 at Magnolia.
So not a huge.
Not a huge
No.
difference.
So if you carpool and just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So just last week, we said the embassy suite, we got y'all excited, and then Pam had to call me the next day and be like, Candace, they got rid of my queens. We were not happy.
So, yeah.
But it's all good. We're all flexible, right? Yes, we're all flexible. It's going to be fun.
I need a shower.
It's just one night. It's good.
And they tell me that the pull-out is very thick mattress. It's not like you know, see such a great grandma in my house.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
That's true.
There you go. Yeah. So.
You
So yeah, Pam, thank you, Pam. Thank you. So sign up for career conference. We'll figure out all the hotels, okay?
You have to have done your reservations and everything by March.
So yeah. So get registered.
Do not wait.
Until
March 1st.
Yes.
You won't have
Yes, so registered. So we're excited. Sign up for career conference. It's gonna be awesome. Okay? Y'all are gonna sign up, right? Right. Okay. Yes, the Denver Convention Center. Okay, great question. Okay, the last two announcements, and then we're jumping into our training is, well, I think you guys already know this. I got a new number. Y'all should have gotten a text from my new number, and we're getting announcements and everything. Okay, is everyone getting those texts? It's fine. Okay. I had to swap over. Long story. It's super annoying. Texts weren't going through. People weren't getting messages. Anyway, super annoying. So hopefully everyone's getting it. That is me. I tell everyone it's me. It's not. I know it's like an 8-whatever-3-3 number, but it's me. Okay. And you'll get communication and important stuff. And you should get all your status stuff, and all of that should go. You shouldn't have any questions as far as your status or any of that. Okay. Everyone got the messages? Okay. The other big thing that this is brand new. I think Christina's the only one that knows about this. So it's actually kind of funny that we're talking about DISC tonight because so we're going to talk about DISC and personalities and really understanding it. And the guy who actually coined this and really brought it to the Mary Kay world, his name's Bill Cantrell. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. He's written lots of books. Anyways, I have worked with him a little bit, and I ran into him at Leadership. We met for coffee, and I just catching up with. Anyways, he really wants to help our unit and our organization to become really great at what he called it. And he called it, the title is Finding Direction in Your Sales Career, Learning to Overcome Rejection. Could anyone use help in that department? Learning to overcome rejection and procrastination. Oh yes, and you can struggle with those things. And the other things that hold you back in sales. So he wants to put on a course for just our area. And so he's going to do like a launch call tomorrow night to introduce it, see if it's something you guys want to do. He'll explain all the details. So I'll post the number, and you guys will get a text sent out to you tomorrow morning with the number. So it's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And I'm just thinking like a 30-minute call where he's just going to kind of explain, tell you a little about him, his background. He has worked with Mary Kay. Do you know that he is the only outside person that Mary Kay actually asked to come in and work with? He's been to seminar. He's worked with Mary Kay people, nationals, and top people for over 40 years. Yeah. So this guy knows his stuff. And he knows a lot about Mary Kay and the head stuff, because we all know that this is really what holds us all back, right? And so he's going to do a 10-week course on the head stuff and how to overcome rejection and procrastination and the things that really hold us back in sales. So if you're interested, hop on the call tomorrow night. I'll post it on Facebook. You'll get it texted out. You should have the information in your fingertips. Call it. It will be recorded, but of course, try and be online because you can ask questions that you may have. Okay. So he'll share all the details, but I'm excited he offered to do this for our area because he really wants to help our area be really strong. So
is it Zoom or a phone call?
Phone call.
Okay.
So it's a conference call. Great question. So I will text that out. All right. Any other questions about announcements? Okay. Are you guys ready to learn all about DISC? Okay. And I feel like this is something that Christine and I have like a 13-week rotating thing, and we haven't always been super great. And so Christina was like, what's next on the list? And after booking, it was DISC, and I don't think we've talked about this in like a really long time. And so those of you that are new, this will help just kind of open your eyes as to how to work with people, because we're in a people business, okay? You can learn about the products, you can learn about things, but you got to learn how to know how to work with different people. And this is not just in our businesses, but in life, okay? So I'm going to have you guys each pass out one of these guys, each take one of those. And then with this, I wasn't sure how many people are going to come. So there are 2 handouts. So, but here's the deal is I don't have enough for everybody in the room, and I will post them. there's 2 different handouts. What I want you to do is every other person grab one of the opposite handouts. Does that make sense? So that way you can look over the other person's shoulder and make sure that you guys can see. So every other person grab the opposite attachment or handout, and then you're gonna share with your neighbor. You're gonna get real cozy with her, okay? Get really, really, okay, I'm gonna give you this so that you have these to look off of. Run with too. I don't even know what they are, but. Big M, okay. Okay, all right, thank you. All right. Okay, so we're gonna just start, and what I'm gonna do is, how many of you took the test? How many took the test? All right, just a couple of you. Thank you. Only a couple of you. I would highly recommend after tonight you take the time to actually do the test, and we're gonna explain the overview. Probably after I explain a little bit, you'll know which one you are, right? You'll probably know which one you are. But here's what I know is I've taken this test over the years, and I've changed. It's been very interesting. And what people think I am, I'm not right now. It's just very, very interesting. I just took this when Bill Cantrell came out a couple of months ago and did a conference for Suzanne Brothers. That's how I got to know him. Anyway, so, all right, so we're going to start through the DISC, and we're going to just go through each one. And I would recommend taking notes because we're going to go through each of these handouts, but then I'm also going to give you some other stuff that I have on a different handout. And I am going to ask after we go through each one, which one you are, okay? So we're going to start with the Ds, all right, the Ds. If you have this handout, this is the best way to find out which personality they are. If you're ever, like if you're in an interview, and this is a great thing to say, tell me a little bit about yourself. If you, and they say, tell me a little bit about herself. If you look at a D, she will most likely talk about her job and her accomplishments. She'll talk about what she's done and all her past accomplishments. The characteristics of a D is, okay, good, there's some extra. We can pass them around, or anyone else wasn't.
Who doesn't have working with different personalities?
Okay, pass it around over there, whatever. I'll post them all and email them all out, but I ran out of paper. So I planned it accordingly so that I had enough. Okay, so the characteristics of a D is they typically have a more dominant personality. If you look at the characteristics in the column, it says they're very result-oriented. They're very career-focused. They make quick decisions. They're very direct, and sometimes their directness can scare people and intimidate people. Because Christina doesn't know all about that. No, they're very independent. They're very self-confident. They can be very impatient. You're very impatient. So now share the D's over there, the characteristics you have for the top 2, and then share that. We're going to share the working with different personalities.
So I want to let you guys know that 85% of your business is dealing with personality. It's not knowing what you're talking about, what you're selling, it's knowing personality. So that's why this is so important. Okay? We're not just talking for fun. Okay.
This isn't counseling.
Although when you do identify these, it allows you to be more versatile and you change and you grow.
Yes.
So D, she was saying dominant, driven, demanding, determined, decisive doer, delegator. Characteristics, result-oriented, quick decisions, control people, power, authority, makes own rules.
So there's the characteristics. You guys getting the gist? A couple other things is these, they're reinforcers. They're all about action. They're all about action. Let's get stuff done. They're all about being successful. They love challenges. They love being in charge. Okay, love being in charge. Let's see. They also, if you ask a D about herself, she'll tell you about her job, what she's in charge of, how many people she supervises, what group she coordinates. She's looking for money and management. Get to the point quickly with the D. You don't talk forever with the D. You will drive a D bonkers. You will want to run away. And you get to the point quickly. Show her how the commission structure works and how she can move up quickly. She does not care necessarily about the fluff. She will learn to like that later, but she is all about how do I move up as quickly as possible. Let's see. They also are they're outgoing and very task-oriented. D stands for dominant, driving, demanding, determined. They're very determined, a decisive doer. They are typified by their make it now, happen. Make It Now attitude. And they also are all about the bottom line. They're all about the bottom line. They're all about, tell me like it is. This is kind of funny. It says their personality is most like this animal. And this is a Doberman. They're most like a Doberman. They say this dog will bite your head off with one little provocation. As long as he is fed and kept in a good environment, a Doberman is pleasant, though. Pleasant enough. However, let something cross him and his true nature comes out. The Doberman functions best with a big challenge before him. He will keep burglars out of the house at all costs. His bark is almost as bad as his bite. You don't want to get in a fight with him. He does not like to lose. Remember Vince Lombardi? He was a class high D who left us with the quote, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. So you guys get a picture of what a D is, right? And that's a very high D, okay? Some people have some D, and that's like a really, really high D, okay? So now we'll go into what to focus on. Like, let's talk about communication. So how do you communicate with a D?
You let them talk.
Yeah.
You let them leave. That's what they want to do. They will tell you what they want, and they may not listen to you. But let them talk. So once they say blah blah blah, like when I met Candace, I said, "How do I earn my car?" That's all I need, you know. And then I could listen once I told her what I needed. You know what I'm saying? So.
Christina is a D. Is anyone questioning that? Anyone questioning that?
No.
How many of the room would consider themselves a D? They've got some D in them. Got some D. Got some D. Got some D. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have 30%.
Okay. So with a D, so let's go on benefits focus. What would you focus on when you are when you're with a D?
State-of-the-art products. Quick and easy to use, big international company, directorship, management, high income potential, and independent. Those are the things those are high marketing points for a team.
Yep. And so in this benefits focus handout, the first few are what you would focus on at an appointment, a sales appointment, and then the last few are at a recruiting appointment, what you focus on. Does that make sense? And then, I like what it says there, the biggest root fear. What is that?
Being taken.
Mm-hmm. The D's, can you relate to that? That their biggest fear is being taken advantage of, yeah. And then, so if you're closing the sale, what would you say with a D?
Wouldn't it be great to take it with you and not have to wait? I can get it for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
D's
that
want their
is
stuff.
absolutely 100% true. If you don't have it in front of me right now, I will not buy anything from you.
No.
I will go to the person.
I've
who gives it
witnessed
to me.
that.
D's want their stuff. Other characteristics, other people will wait. Inventory, absolutely. Right. Yep. They want their inventory. Okay, so when you're focusing on team building, what would be the closing question on the team building?
Well, you're gonna not really question. You're gonna tell them.
Yeah.
You were so sharp. Compliment them. You own it. You owe it to yourself to give this a try. This company was designed for women with focus. So they're not gonna question it. You're gonna tell them what they already know about how amazing they are.
Yeah. Yeah, you already know what. Yeah, you know you're gonna be awesome. And then on this other sheet, what you focus on in team building is once again the leadership, the income potential, the independence, moving up quickly, being their own boss. They really want to be their own boss, and they love the flexibility. This is really important. I mentioned this earlier, but with a D, your team building appointment is short. And also with your sales appointments, they are short. They don't want to talk about the weather and their kids, and they don't want to hear about your long story, how you went to career conference and it was so exciting. No, they want to know about that. A D is short appointment. It's very quick. You don't have to go through much. They will make a decision, yay or nay. And that's why you ask her at the beginning, tell me about you. Because then you know how to, like Christina said, you want to be a chameleon. And the key to all of this, why I'm sharing this, is you'll know what your core is. But like D's used to scare me. I was like, oh, I don't know. I talked to a D. My director, when I first signed up, she was a D, and she was a very strong D, and she would scare people. And I know what to do with that. I was like, oh my gosh, this lady's scaring people. What do I do? Like, she intimidated me. I didn't know how to handle that because I didn't know about how to work with other personalities. Does that make sense? And so it's important for you to know these things, to not question yourself, but to know how to connect with them. You want to be a chameleon and connect with them, right? And so you ask her at the very beginning, and then you listen. Whatever she tells you, you remember this training. If she tells you she's a D, you know it's going to be a quick appointment. It better be like 20, 30 minutes at the max. And you better be on it because she's going to be watching her time. So you better get everything out you need to get out. Does that make sense? So it needs to be a short appointment. Be brief but thorough. They need to be thorough, though. You've got to be thorough. Don't give them fluff. Don't dwell on the fluff. That's next. Explain the marketing plan. Give them direct answers. Outline the steps of leadership goal. Let her do the talking. She'll probably decide quickly. D's are awesome. They decide quickly. Got it? You guys got any questions about D's? The other thing about D's that I'll go through, they want challenges. D's like challenges. They love challenges. They need something to shoot for. They need a win. They work quickly and independently. Training. They need to learn how to make positive construction. They need to learn how to make positive constructive suggestions. Sell her on how organization coming to meetings. These do not like meetings. These, you can't put them in a box. A lot of times they will not come to meetings. They think they don't need meetings. They don't need training. They don't need none of that. So, and patience when working with others to help them be successful. She has trouble with the team approach. Show her how it makes her successful. Don't check on her excessively. Make expectations clear. A D, you don't want to be, hey, what'd you do today? Hey, did you make your phone calls today? Hey, that'll like piss them off. They will feel micromanaged. And so you don't need to do that with the D. What'd you say? They do not want to be micromanaged. They need high goals, okay? So with a D, you need high goals. Like Christina's a high goal person, and when she doesn't have a goal that she's working for, she's not happy. Like, I'm the same with you. Like, I need a goal. If I don't have a goal, I'm not happy. Like, I need goals. So D's need that. The recognition with financial rewards, they want results now. They tend to be very impatient. Let's see what else. All right, I think that's it about D. Any other questions about a D? Make sense? You guys got a D? Okay. Oh, you already raised their hands in the room with a D, right? We already talked about that. Okay. The last thing that I will say to the D's in the room, this is to improve your people skills. So this is to the D's for you to become better, well-rounded. D's need to learn how to love a little bit more. Get into the warm fuzzies. Okay, I love this part, and this isn't just for Christina, but this is for all the D's. When you're coming to unit meetings and you get ready to hug someone, don't calculate in my mind, is this hug really necessary? Is this hug really necessary? No, you hug them with a big bear hug, and you love it. So D's love hugs.
Just
What
so
do you
you
see?
know, when I became a leader, which was right away, because I'm a leader right away, and she's like, okay, you're going to be the hugger. And I was like,
I can't be a hugger.
She tried to pass it off to me so many
I know,
times.
I
we
did.
heard that. She
I
was
was like, do not put me on that job or I will not do it.
I get Voxer messages. Okay, I'm supposed to hug people tonight. I can't do it. You hug people. I'll do this.
But like I said, there's hope. You grow,
And you have now.
and
She
nobody
does.
knows.
Oh, I know.
Yes, I have.
She
And say
does.
hello. And I hug people,
That's
and,
right.
and it doesn't even kill me.
She keeps coming back. It's awesome. But you want people like Christina. So these are things that you want to know, okay? So if you hug them too much, you will scare them, okay? But they can, there is hope. And we appreciate you, Christina, being willing to grow. So D's need to learn how to get into their customers and their people and what's good for their customers and their people. When you do this, they will surround you with a lot of love and everything will flourish. You're very driven and you know what it takes for you and your people to get there, and that is excellent. So D's need to learn to hug long and hold on, get all cheery and stuff like that. Okay. Got a picture of the D, right? Okay. Then we have the eyes. All right. Eyes. Woo! Okay. By the way, this is a total side note. This other thing that everybody got, this is a great thing to do at your parties because, or at least, or if you're in front of somebody and want to know what personality style they are, this is a great thing to just have them circle the things that they like. So,
And you're gonna know, oh,
yeah.
they're gonna be like ties and awards. I.
Yeah.
No doubt in your mind, they're an I.
So this over here is the D's, okay? So they like to make money, retirement plan, and be your own boss and leadership, okay? Okay, so eyes. So eyes, we're gonna go over this sheet first, is eyes are all about influence. All right, the characteristics are they're very people-oriented, they're recognition-focused, they're expressive, they love to talk, very enthusiastic, they're very impulsive. Eyes are very impulsive. Squirrel, 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 this, there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. They are not detail-oriented, no detail. If you ask an eye, eyes are really easy. They're no problem talking to eyes. If you ask an eye, tell me a little bit about herself. Oh, she will have no problems talking about herself. She will talk about what she likes. She'll maybe tell you a story back in high school. Back in high school, I was popular. And like they'll tell you this long story. Like, oh, you will not have a problem getting an eye to tell you about herself,
You
okay?
will not have a problem having an eye book party.
No, the eyes love booking the parties. They love booking the parties. So, all right, so read the eye characteristics.
So eyes are very inspirational, influencing, inducing, impressive, interactive, interested in people. They have lots of friends. They know everybody. They're the ones who, you know, when you friend them on Facebook, know all of your friends already. Those are those eyes, okay? They love to talk. They're motivational, enthusiastic, and recognition orientated. So they love being able to come up and get their prizes. Where D is going to be like, I'll sit back and collect my prize at the end.
Right. I want the prize, but I want to be up front.
Yeah, I would avoid it at all costs. Right?
Yes.
But
She'd always tell me if I
but the eyes, they're like, you forgot.
I was like, I boxed her last week. I didn't get my prize last week.
They're not.
Yeah.
They like all the light and sunshine on them, right? Lots of fun.
No, not a lie, not a lie.
No.
Not a lie.
Yeah. You read them all, right? Yeah, recognition oriented motivation. Okay, so a couple of things about an eye. They're really fun. Do everything in terms of fun. Freedom is really important for an eye. They don't want to be pigeonholed. Approval is really important for an eye. Popularity, they want high visibility, acclaim, applause, attention. Okay. So that's an eye. With an eye, she'll tell you about herself, what she likes. She'll take you back to a thing in high school. She likes, she most likely is high energy, but not necessarily. She's looking for prize or recognition. She'll appreciate seeing things like the Star Consultant brochure, seminar prize brochure, any rings or gifts. She loves people and will enjoy the social part of what you do. Don't bore her with the details and lots of paperwork. Yeah. The outgoing, people-oriented stands for inspirational, influencing, inducing, impressive, interested in people, so they're very people-oriented, typified by their make-it-fun attitude and personality that tends to perform and become the center of everyone's attention. So let's see. Oh, the animal, the eye is a fluffy puppy. They like to play, and they find it difficult to get very serious about anything. They're most content when they're laughing and having fun. They want to appear cute in nature, loving strokes and pats at every opportunity. The high eye functions best in response to praise and recognition. Speak kind words to them, and their tags begin to wag, or tails begin to wag. Tags, whatever,
Like
tags,
treats as
tails,
well.
whatever. Someone has said that the reason dogs have so many friends is because they wag their tails and not their tongues. Oh. Cute. Okay, one thing that about an eye, and it's probably in here somewhere, but with an eye, you really don't want to embarrass an eye in public. And I have done that, and I felt like the world's biggest schmuck sometimes. But with an eye, you don't want to embarrass them. That's like the worst thing you can do with an eye, is don't criticize them in front of people. Because they love that attention and they love that approval. So big deal. Okay, so when you're at an appointment, benefits focus on when you're at an appointment. What do you focus on?
Prettier, more beautiful you. So, I can't remember it. Really good. But when you tell the people, you know, that the products, you keep reminding them that you're gonna have more beautiful, healthier skin.
Sherry's thing.
Oh yeah, Sherry's thing.
Yeah.
Younger, healthier, beautiful skin.
Uh-huh.
You tell them that over and over again.
They're sold.
Sold.
Mhm.
And it works.
Mhm.
They're easy to apply. Friends will notice. Recognition orientated, impact on people, seminar prizes, friends in company. So the root fear is what others will think. Because they like very what's the word I'm looking for? The limelight, right? They want to look good.
They want the approval.
Spotlight.
Well,
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. They are the hugger and the greeter.
Mhm.
Yeah, the hugger
No
and the
problem
greeter. When you close the sale, would it be fun to take it home tonight? Because everything's fun for them, right? So, wouldn't it be fun? And they're like, yes, 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 it would be. Then we can press all your friends tomorrow about your new shiny stuff, especially with the prizes. Ooh, wait till you show all your friends your prizes, your new car. They're like, yeah, I love it. When you're closing an interview, you have to do this. You will have so much fun. You're perfect personality for this type of business. Even though everyone's perfect type. They need to hear it.
They do. Yes, they really do need to hear that. Absolutely.
And once you tell them,
Sold. Okay, then on this sheet, it talks about what you might focus on during the team building appointments. Focus on how they get to work with people and how there's, of course, the prizes, but the impact that she can have on others. That's really important to an eye, is the impact and the influence that she can have on other people. That's really what they want. The ability to be creative, the recognition, and seminar. Eyes love hearing all about seminar. So those of you that are eyes, tell them all about seminar, tell them all about career conference, tell them all about how much fun they're going to have. They love that. With an eye, with the team building appointment, it will be a long appointment. Like, schedule enough time with an eye. Because if I have mistakenly interpreted someone to not be an eye, and I've like, because I'm like structured with my time, and I have cut things short with an eye, and you never recruit them. Eyes always need to be long appointments. Give yourself enough time to talk to them and to connect, because they're big connectors. Okay? So a long appointment, allow time for relationship building. Let her do the talking. The D's and the I's, they want to do all the talking. They're super easy. You just ask them questions. Tell me about that story. Ooh, tell me about your this and that. Like, they want to talk, and they'll think you will leave, and they will be like your best friend because you let them talk. It's amazing. So show them a few pictures, whatever. Tell them how fun it's going to be, and they want to sign up. It's awesome. So don't bore her with the details. Those of you that love the marketing plan and love to show them, they don't care about none of that. They will be like so bored.
and that's when you pull out the picture book.
Yes. They want to
The
see
shiny
pictures.
things in it. And they're like, oh yeah, I love that.
Yes. They don't need to know how. They just need to know they can get it, okay? Ask her lots of questions. Provide eye stories of people who have been successful, because they love the influencing stories of other people. By the way, in case you guys don't know this, on InTouch, you can look at the eye stories of all the national sales directors, and that's a great recruiting tool, because what you can do is their stories of all the nationals. If you know somebody who was a teacher or a nurse, pull up a story of somebody who was a teacher or a nurse or comes from a tax accounting background, an engineering background, and then share that story with them, because they love the stories. Show them pictures rather than written material. They probably will decide quickly. So D's and I's usually decide quickly. That's pretty normal. The D's and I's, they're very people-oriented. They decide quickly. D's and I's are typically people that move the quickest. Not always, but typically. Okay? A couple things about the things to, let's see, recruiting. They like testimonies, how others have been successful. They like flexible schedules, opportunity to entertain. However, with training, so this isn't on the sheet, with training, you need to keep an eye on track. Okay? Because an eye goes off over here, you got to bring them back. Bring them back. Focus back. Must have structure and discipline provided. Needs frequent visible reassurance that she is important to you.
She
That's
is the
important.
person you reach out to
Every day.
Every day.
And I will
Yes.
say, as an I do like that a lot.
Yeah.
Going back and forth and getting that confirmation of I'm on the right track, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Eyes get in their head a lot.
Uh-huh.
I'm speaking from personal.
Well, everyone gets in their head, but yes, I do, I'll do. And that you got to stay connected.
Yeah.
Congratulate at meetings. Always ask what she heard you say before ending her training discussion. Ooh, I'm not good at that. That's a great thing. So always ask her, what did you hear me say? Because no, that's an ignorance of Okay. Whenever possible, have her put her plans in writing. Stress the importance of good work habits. Really help her with habits and organization. They need team enthusiasm, popularity, appreciation to be creative. So how many of the room think you are an I or have some I to you? Oh, yeah, some. Yeah. And here's the deal is most people have two.
Yeah.
Usually have two. If you took the personality, it'll have your top two. Okay, so about half of y'all said you were an I. So I'm going to give you I's a little construction or constructive criticism. With an I, this is how you improve your people skills. You're influential. you want to make sure that if you're an I personality that you slow down, because they're usually all over the place, going a million miles an hour, that you slow down enough to understand what your business and your team needs, because most of the people you work with are not I personalities. You talk too fast, you have a lot to give, and you're very excited for your people, and that is excellent. I would say I's need to learn to listen. You need to learn to listen more and to let other people talk, okay? Sometimes when you go to an appointment, you'll do all the talking, and that you'll want to make sure that you actually listen and ask questions, okay? So, all right, any questions about that? Yeah, this is kind of funny. I forgot to mention this earlier. So if you give new consultants the guide, like in our starter kit, we get a consultant's guide. The D's have read it, and they know that what they could have done to make it better. And I doesn't even know where hers is. She has no clue. And then I'll tell you about the S's and the C's later once you understand them. It's kind of funny. All right, anything else you want to add about the I's?
Well, no, just on the testimonials, that are on In Touch. That's not just for recruiting. Sometimes it's good to share and remind people.
And yourself even.
Yeah. Just to get refocused.
Yeah. Because there's any personality, any whatever can be successful. I just said D's and I's tend to move quickly, but there's all personalities in Mary Kay. All personalities. So if you look at this little sheet, the I's will typically circle the prizes, the awards, the fun, the friends, the recognition, and the travel. Got it? Okay, getting what an I is, D's and I's, right? Those are both people-oriented. Then we're going to get to the S and the C's. They tend to be not as people-oriented. The S stands for steadiness. And the characteristics of this are family-oriented, security-focused. They're very loyal. Loyal. Pam is totally an S. She is loyal. She is big.
Shy is the other one.
I will say that Pam, I want to give props to Pam. She has been with me more than anybody in the room. You've been with me longer than anybody in the room, and she has come to meetings consistently. I love S's. S's are steady, stable, typically. Doesn't mean mentally stable, but stable. I didn't say that. You got it done. No, I didn't bring that. No, I didn't mean that towards Pam specifically.
It's okay. She meant it towards me. It's okay.
No, S's are very steady. They're easygoing. Haha, funny joke. Okay. Yes, exactly. They abide by the rules. Friendship is important. Relationships are important. They're very slow to change. Very slow to change. Very slow to change. Okay, read the other S's.
They're submissive, supportive, stable, steady, sentimental, shy, family-oriented, loyal, slow to change, security-minded, goes by the rules.
Can I add a word to that?
Yeah.
Can I add a word to that?
Yeah.
Because I love this.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, yes, they're very sweet.
I love you can kind of get words to go with the letters that
Yes.
help you remember.
They're very sweet. They have the biggest hearts.
That's Courtney.
S's have the biggest hearts.
I know.
Biggest
took it
hearts.
and I got almost all S. Like that was like that's my only letter.
That's awesome. So if you ask an S to tell you about herself, she will most likely talk about her family and the work she does for her family or for her church. They're very big into other people and they don't talk about themselves. Okay. With an S, okay, what is communication?
You do most of the talking. They may not ask questions. Focus on flexibility, freedom, stability.
Stability is very important.
Yes.
Yes, very, 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 very important.
They're not the highs and the low valleys. They're not like that.
And we need S's. I love S's. S's show up at meetings. We love S's.
Mine was 34 S on a Capricorn.
Oh.
Capricorn, so you need to be loyal.
Oh, interesting.
But I like change.
Yeah, that's good.
But
That's
there's
good.
there's a little bit of every,
You have a little bit of all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else? Okay, benefits focus on.
You want the guarantee. They
Yeah.
like to hear about the guarantee, knowing that it's safe.
Yes.
Safe is another big one. Better, nicer skin. Taking care of you is good for family. Flexibility, training, and support uncertain economy. So when you talk about, the economy is not certain, people always buy tobacco, alcohol, and beauty products. So that is stability. Even when the economy drops, Mary Kay still thrive, right? Those are things they like to hear. The biggest root fear is changing and loss of security. Closing the cell, isn't it time for a change? Now is the right time to start. You can always return it and change your mind. So when you're doing an interview with them or, doing the orientation with them, talking about the 100% buyback or the 90% buyback, you have that guarantee for a year. That is good information to know. That was something that was in the back of my mind. Okay, I know it doesn't work out. I've got a backup plan.
Kind of finish it because I'm like, oh my God,
If it doesn't work out,
well,
I'm
I've
going to
never
change.
found a thing, and it felt like that's scary.
Yeah.
That's, you're investing.
And it was very important to tell that SU, about that buyback opportunity, about the 100% satisfaction guarantee for your customers, right? And that it doesn't hurt you. They need to hear that too for your customers. Doesn't hurt me, so it's okay to do it because they're like, I don't want to hurt my friends because I'm loyal and I want to take care of my people, right? Closing the interview. It sounds to me like you really want to do this. Why don't we fill out your agreement and order your kit so you won't be sorry later? Like, you see how that wording works?
That was
I'm
probably
pretty sure that's exactly what Candace said to me.
Yeah, well, and that's probably
I'm
the
like,
biggest reason I signed up because I was like, I didn't even use the skincare. I hadn't even had a facial yet. And Candace was something like along the lines of, well, would you regret it later? And I was like, well, maybe I would. So maybe I should sign up. And
One of the other questions is, what's going to change if you don't do this?
Mm-hmm.
What's going to change in your life?
Here's one. If your family wants so much in terms of opportunities that with Mary Kay opportunity, you can give them that.
Yeah.
Giving them opportunities.
Reminding them of their family.
Yeah.
And how they'll have that flexibility with their schedule and they'll be able to take their family to Disneyland. I was thinking for me too.
So the animal of an S, I think we're there now, is a cat. Cat moves around the house at a leisurely pace, enjoying every corner.
Yes.
They find a certain few spots where they feel most comfortable. They retreat and relax there. They like their own familiar territory. They stay out of the way so no one will step on them. That's a good one. When someone jumps at them, they run away. They don't like conflict. They love to be appreciated and patted. They purr when you stroke them.
please, nobody pat me.
I'm gonna start petting you.
But however, cats will
Yes.
like, they're like, yes, let me hold on, never mind. And you gotta catch their cues.
I want out now. But now I want back in. Now I want out.
And so for training, you're going to give them step-by-step direction, support, encouragement, a lot of follow-up. And they like feedback from the director that they're working with. Encourage and stress that you tell her that what she needs. Rejection may discourage her. So that emotional circle again, maybe explaining that would be a good. So they neglect goals for the sake of good relationships. They will enjoy telling personal success stories and personal incentives at meetings.
I think for an S, your goal isn't, it's on there, but your goal isn't what you can do for yourself, it's what you can do for other people.
Mhm.
So for me, I could care less about myself, but I care about my family and I care about my team members and I care about my friends and relationships. And I don't care about all the bling, which I probably should, but it's cool.
I'll take it for you. It's fine. Just think you can pass those things on to your kids.
So how many think you're an S in the room? Raise your hand. Wow. I know.
Tam, your hand wasn't raised. But that's because you're nice. We got it.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys want to learn about the C's?
Yes,
Okay, and so, wait, so you know, this is obviously your S's, right? They want the extra money that can help their family, right? Their priorities and values, you know, as God first, family second, career third, that was a big selling point. Their personal growth, and flexibility to work around your family, right? So now the C's. I know we have some C's in the room.
Did we talk about, sorry, real quick, back in her interview, you should cover all the points. Did we talk about that? Okay. Sorry, I'm filling in here. Yeah, so church and home, and then share how it will fit around their family schedule, and that, so cover all the details and all the points when you're doing an interview with her.
She likes the
And show her how to do her weekly plan sheets and how it could help her work around her busy life, that she will need the flexibility, but it will help provide for her family.
because she will have a busy life because she's worried about taking care of her family
Everybody
and
else.
Very busy, right, Pam? That's why we have a hotel. That's what we're paying. Keep a safe roof over our head. You know. All right, C's. C's. These are going to be cautious. They're going to, have a million questions. They want to know all the details, right? They're competitive, calculated, concerned, careful, and complacent.
Competent.
I can speak English.
Contemplative.
We're looking at two different sheets here.
Same kind of words.
Don't mind us. It's all the same thing, right? They're detail-oriented, perfectionist, critical, analytical, and they take time to change, right? You want to go ahead and share a few things?
Yeah, so you already went to characteristics. Precise is one. Did you say that? Likes the facts and is organized. What you might focus on during a team building appointment with them is that they're able to work their own hours, personal growth, leadership, and they will appreciate all the educational materials that you have available to them. So a team building appointment, be concise, build on the company's credibility, use the facts, give her printed paperwork, she could look at it, answer all the questions that she has, explain exactly what it takes to move up the career path, but it might and probably will take more than one appointment. So
They're the ones you
have to layer.
touch.
Yes.
You have to layer them because they want all of the information. I know C's.
Not dropping any names, but Laura.
So they're quite analytical. She might even ask you, what do you mean by the question and why you want to know? Hey, we know a couple of those. She'll have lots of questions. She'll have lots of questions and may even come up with more at the interview.
They ask you the questions that you've never heard before at the interview. That you know the basics, and they're like, well, what about this? Or they'll ask very specific tax questions. They're sometimes CPAs, like they're good with numbers and crunching things. They want the details. They want every little piece of detail you can give them, all of it. Okay, I've got something in my hand. Can you email me some more? Where else can I get information from?
So she's cautious and competent, but you're always going to want to ask, does this make sense when you're giving directions or instructions? And yeah, she's going to be very organized and task oriented. Let me get my words. And reserved. That's another one that S's are. Reserved. I mean C's. Sorry, C's.
Okay, so when you communicate with them, don't get too personal. They're not going to want to share a lot with you. Answer questions thoroughly, build credibility. And so you're going to really rely on what the company has already established. They've been around for 55 years. They are privately owned, right? That's important to them. They like to know information like that. Clearly, I'm not a C.
Yes. let me tell you a little bit more. So a couple things you can go over is that she'll love the rules. You don't know. So this is at an
followers
at an appointment or team building. You didn't so you didn't know there was an agreement, and you didn't have the ink pen to sign it. If you and I wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay, it didn't make sense.
Yeah,
So,
that's an I.
so-
They don't know where the agreement is or the pin.
So-
They're just like, yes.
So, yeah, thank you. If that's it, that's how you would be. But if you were a C, it would be part 2 of the interview. You would read the back of the BD agreement, and you might have to read the entire perfect start workbook. You might have to read the autobiography. You might have to read the consultant guide, and then you went to the meeting, and then you signed up the agreement. So you went down the line of everything that you could learn and everything that you could consume. The most important thing is that they are very powerful in Mary Kay because they know the rules. This is the sales organization, and it is important for you to know the rules. What bogs you down is unnecessary organization and unnecessary paperwork. You've got to know everything about everything, and that will slow you down. Think before you're doing something. So this is constructive part, sorry.
So we'll do that part in a second.
Okay.
So the C's
Sorry.
are the ones you're gonna go to when you have questions about products, because they're gonna know that answer. When you have a customer ask you something, you can go look for it, or you can just be like, hey, ask a question. They're gonna know all the facts about it, right? They're gonna have the product knowledge down.
Jana,
Yes.
we love Jana for that reason. Yeah.
That she's one of my go-to people. Pam always knows stuff. Debbie knows stuff.
Courtney.
Courtney, oh, anything directorship, I'm all, how does that work? Like, I couldn't be
The
bothered.
C's-
I couldn't be bothered with
She
reading all of that.
So C
I'll
is
just give
my
you the
next
synopsis.
letter. So I read through everything, and I will say for a C, like the coolest thing that Mary Kay does is you can earn all those bling badges, and I do. I've earned them all, and I've read all the things, and yeah, you asked me a lot of questions.
I do, because
But you know a lot.
because she knows the answers. I know she's already read it all, and she can just give
Probably
me
2 or 3 times.
the Reader Digest version, which is what that's all I need.
Give me the spark notes.
It's exactly, that is all I have to. I could, the kids were yelling, screaming, he just answers, yep, bam, answered. So their biggest root fear is criticism of work. They take a lot of pride in the work that they do, which is why you want to recognize that. Benefit focus, the guarantee, they want to know about that guarantee, the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Scientific formulations, which I love talking to C's because they can break down, like I said, that product knowledge. So you're going to want to tell them about formulation. You want to tell them about how the microdermabrasions, what are the crystals? What are the, oh, yes, let's see. Okay, they're round and not jagged, right? I'm like, I love knowing that. Thank you for finding it out for me. This is why I love C.
That's why when you have a group of women, you kind of touch on all of these because then you're reaching, you educate, but you go through it quickly and effectively so that you don't bore the ones that are getting bored, but that you can educate the ones that need to know.
Yes, and they want to know. They want the facts in print. Candace gives everyone the little papers, and mine went right back to her. Here, you can use that again. But the C's want to keep it, and they're going to go over it several times before they talk to you again about it. Show weekly summaries. So weekly accomplishment sheets are it's a very special tool for a C because they can fill it in, and then they get all the numbers, and they figure out, okay, I worked this many hours, I got paid this much. They can see the fine details of it. Give them handouts to take home. Share the web page. Answer all of their questions. Do not leave them hanging because they will not react well to that. Closing the sale with a Q. Would you like to take it home and follow the step-by-step plan to see the results? They want you to text them, order application so that they can see it. They'll probably remember what you told them, but they want that information as much as you can give them. You can always return it if it doesn't work. They like hearing that as well. It gives them that security. Closing an interview with a C. Your next step would be to fill out your agreement, and then we'll set up a new consultant training. You'll receive a step-by-step plan for success. They have to know that they have that information available to them, that you're going to give them more information, because all the information you gave them, they want the next level of that now. Now I'm in the group. Now I'm part of the team. Give me that special membership, download.
So I guess what category this is the most important thing for you to know is that C's are powerful, and that's where I left off in Mary Kay because they know the rules. This is a sales organization. It's important to you for you to know the rules. What bogs you down is unnecessary organization and unnecessary paperwork. You've got to know everything about everything, and that can slow you down. Think before you're doing something. Is this going to take me closer to what my goal is so that I can focus? Is this going to take me closer to what my goal is? Is it that I can, oh, sorry. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Okay, is this going to take me closer to what my goal is so that I can focus on that goal? Sorry.
They
So
will go down the rabbit trail.
Yes.
And they will, oh, that's good information. That's
spend time going over paperwork
And then
and
you're-
learning on.
not where you wanted to.
So I thought this was cool just since we're gonna wrap it up. D's learn to hug long. I's don't know when the star don't know when the star quarter ends or begins. They just want to be the star. S's win something for your home like furniture. And C's always pick the calculator on the
What is your animal?
Yes, what is your animal? I love this. You are a tropical fish. They swim from one side of the aquarium to check everything out, and then to the other side to check everything out over there, and then to the top to check everything out there. And then they seem to enjoy making sure that everything is in every area. They check every rock on the bottom of the tank. They swim over to check the ceramic figurines, and then they start their circuit all over again.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
They're curious in nature, and
I
they
like
function best when the environment is exactly to their liking. Cam, they don't like sudden change. I love how you attract the complete opposite of yourself. Okay, but they do like to be fed and to maintain their.
I do like to be fed. It's true.
We still haven't got our cookies that we were gonna get. Remember? I haven't forgotten.
So you guys are reserved and task oriented. Did I say this already? Cautious, competent, calculating. Okay, good.
And so they're gonna obviously be this box over here, the tax advantages. They're gonna have all their, once they get in and learn all that, that's who you wanna go hang out with. Cause they're gonna be able to help you maximize your return.
Thank you, Pam.
And they're gonna ask, why are we learning this in the process?
They wanna know about advancement, corporate support. They're gonna be, so I didn't even know till I become a director that I could call the company to ask questions.
I love calling
And ask,
companies.
what's his name? Antonio? What is it?
We love you. Hey, Courtney. I love talking to you yesterday. And I was like, did you call that?
You can call him.
Yeah.
Ask Courtney.
And they, so I have a lot of friends who are C's. One of my really good director friends up in Denver. So she calls, and she will continue to call until she gets the right people, because it's all the same people.
Yeah.
There's some. Sherry. Yeah.
Oh,
I love
really?
her. Yes. So
There
she
are
will
some not
call.
good people.
She will call and then ask all of her questions, right? So I found about every single eye cream that we have ever made because she asked all the questions. Well, why do we have this one? Why do we have that one? So she did all the legwork for me and then shared it with me, and I was like, yes, because I like having information. I don't like doing the footwork. Get it? Thanks, Courtney.
We want that right here, right now.
Yeah. All right. And then they want training, more training, and more training. So
I think every C I've ever met with has wanted to know what training we offer. So knowing what training we offer when you're going to do an interview is really good to know too.
they love the MK.
I love that thing.
I love it. I love it.
I'm like, I've been working on, that's why I can't put the money back yet, because I'm working on all the videos. Which is so
Because there's so much in all of them.
I love it how it says C's have read it, they found the typos, and they have to call the company to report it.
Yes. They call. Wait, that's why when she was saying one of the correct, the what criticism? What is it
Yes,
called?
yes.
Is this gonna get you to your end goal? So you gotta refocus, stop going down the rabbit trail, which is easy to do. You should focus on the 4 and then go to the big.
I think I'm gonna need you.
The one thing I want to say about the videos
Yes.
is they are amazing, but please do them after people hours, because there's a lot of really good things that you can do for your business during people hours. And those are amazing to watch at like
9:30 a day.
Yeah. When people oh, well, when your people hours are a little bit earlier. Because they're full of so much great information. But I do know some people, me being one of them, I can sit there and research things all day long and not work at all.
Talk to one person about all the information you just learned.
Yep.
So I forgot to go over these because my papers are mixed up. Reinforcers are she needs structure, she enjoys being busy and achieving specific goals. Recruiting, she wants stable. This is what you're gonna want to tell her when you're recruiting. She wants stable, goal-oriented organization. She loves to be trained, so we've got lots of training. She needs evidence that Mary Kay offers a proven formula for success.
Yep.
That's something that's easy to find. Training, she wants to know all the details before beginning. She wants to move slowly and have the evidence that you've suggested of the suggestions will work. She must see you follow your own advice. Ooh, that's a good one. She does not like deadlines. So her needs are her strength. Her strength is logical, problem-solving ability, and everything should be in its place. And kind of a perfectionist. Did you go over the fear yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I missed that one. See, I was a V. I over here not listening. So one more thing, you got to be willing to change, but be yourself and Mary Kay, but make a change. You got to be willing to make a change. Thank you. Be yourself and be in Mary Kay, but make a change.
And I promise you will find that you change. You know, you will change some of these other things that, you know, you got a little bit in you. And you'll get more of the other things too. Like myself. I'm now
She lets you hug her.
Okay, so everybody who hasn't already taken the test is gonna go home and take the test, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Screenshot it and send it to your director.
You can Google it online.
Well, I posted it, it's posted on our Facebook page. There's a link. And then send it to your director, because that helps her be able to work with you. Sometimes we're like, oh, this person is this, but they have, you know, so you can be a high I with some D qualities or with some C qualities. And if you let us know what you are, we can help you better.
There's like a pie chart thing.
Yeah.
And screenshot that and send it because it's pretty.
Is that one with the email line?
Yeah, it'll just show you too though when you go, but it'll email to you, but it'll show you before you go.
I will say though, it's not super descriptive on the website, so this definitely will help for people who haven't taken it.
Okay, so everybody's gonna do this. We're gonna do our empowerment statement. I need some people to help clean. And then I have, Becky has brought her amazing daughter, Rachel, who just wanted to share some stuff with us. And I told her she can go ahead and have a couple minutes. You want to do that real quick?
Yeah.
And then if you guys want to talk to her about it at the end, and then we'll do the empowerment.
So my name's Rachel. I've been blessed to go to Brazil with my church in June, and I'm trying to raise money. I'll be graduating nursing school in May, so it will be the first time that they're having a medical person come with them. We're working to raise a boat that's already stationed down there, so we're going to be on this boat and go down into the Amazon, reaching villages that really don't hear the word of God. And we're building down chickens and chicks and building a chicken coop for a village that they have visited the past few years to build a more sustainable food source for them during the wet season, which is when workers go. I'm just like trying to raise some money.
All right, test test. Come empower us.
Woo!
Yes.
Can you tell what I am?
Yes.
All right, everybody
I know
on your
what you
feet,
are,
on your
which is why
feet.
You're gonna do it.
I'm gonna leave my crown on.
Yes.
Leave your crown on.
And I think we can all be empowered by a girl who in the first week did almost. Okay, yellow girl.
Have you watched me dance up front? It's really, really bad. I don't like it. But the more you do it, the more, okay, I don't get better at dancing, but I'm more comfortable standing up there.
I'm here. Maybe do it. And I will say, just as a point.
You get to do it. She didn't make you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, she made me do it. I'll get better at it.
Where's that code?
I do have to say, people can't change. I know Christine was in high school, and let me just say, no!
That's a good thing.
Okay, it's a really good thing, but yeah, yeah. So moving on. So, all right, are we ready?
Yeah.
I am great.
I am great.
I am wonderful.
I am wonderful.
I am a woman of excellence.
I am a woman of excellence.
I am a superstar.
I am a superstar.
I will let nobody push my buttons.
I will let nobody push my buttons.
I will let nobody rain on my parade.
I will let nobody rain on my parade.
I will go over.
I will go over,
Under.
under,
Around.
I will go around,
And straight through.
and straight through
Any obstacle that comes my way.
any obstacle that comes my way.
Because I am highly motivated.
Because I am highly motivated,
Truly dedicated.
truly dedicated,
And I am a future free car driver in the making.
I am a future driver in the making.
So how can we donate to the cause?
I have my support letter. I also, my mom posted it on the Warriors page.
On the Christina's
Yeah.
Facebook page.
I shared on my regular Facebook page.
And there's, I believe, food, right? Kelly's already gone, so if anybody wants to take some food home, am I right? Take some food home. Hi, guys.
Somebody in the vacuum.
Make sure to shut this one off.
Please and thank you.
So funny. I think you're